1958 running of the Apple Cup. From picturesque Chelan, Washington, the world's fastest boats competing for one of the top crowns of hydroplane racing. And reporting the highlights of the Apple Cup, one of America's leading hydroplane racing authorities, Bill O'Mara.
Hello, sport fans. The 1958 unlimited hydroplane racing season gets underway with the running of the second annual Apple Cup on beautiful Lake Chelan, located in the heart of the Apple Country in the state of Washington. And our entry list has some of the top-notch boats on hand. An entry list packed with most of the top names in unlimited hydroplane racing, fastest boats in the world. There was Miss US 1, driven by Freddie Alter of Detroit. Miss Spokane, piloted by Dallas Sarch, the jet pilot from Spokane. Maverick, Bill Wagoner's entry, defending Apple Cup champion with Bill Stead at the wheel. Miss Thriftway, a new entry from the Thriftway camp. Winner last year of the Gold Cup, driven by Bill Muncie. Miss Thriftway 2, driven by Brian Weigel. And Miss Burien, piloted by colorful ex-Czech Mira Slovak. And completing the list of the 7 boats that made it to the final heat, the race that decides who wins the Apple Cup, Miss Bardall, U-40, owned by Ole Bardall, president of the Bardall Manufacturing Corporation of Seattle, and driven by Norm Evans. A lot of interest centered on the Bardall entry, designed and built by Mr. Hydroplane himself, Ted Jones. Miss Bardall is the world's newest hydroplane, and her driver, Norm Evans, is a hometown boy, a product of Chelan, Washington, so he'll be performing in front of the home crowd today, showing what he and the new Miss Bardall can do in the fastest company of motorboat racing. And here Miss Bardall is being christened by the attractive daughters of Mr. and Mrs. Ole Bardall, Mrs. Lillian Simpson and Mrs. Evelyn Nicolaisen. You'll notice the traditional champagne is given away to a bottle of apple juice. Appropriate, we think, because after all, this is the Apple Cup. The scene of action here at the Apple Cup on Lake Chelan and the pit area, where last-minute preparations are going on furiously. And Miss Bardall, 30 feet long, 12 feet wide, powered by a 2,000-horsepower Allison engine. She carries the familiar Bardall colors, green and black, with touches of yellow trim. If Miss Bardall wins, it'll be no accident. Skilled mechanics worked many hours to bring the Allison engine to peak performance. And here she's being fueled. Yes, they use Bardall, race-tested over the years at Indianapolis. The same Bardall that millions of motorists rely on. And Norm Evans, a nervy Bardall driver who goes after 58's first big title today. And Del Gould, the veteran crew chief. And Ole Bardall, and Bardall's vice president, Bill Simpson, who here are doing some wishful thinking with the Apple Cup before the race. And as for Miss Bardall, well, she's off to a great start. Here she returns to the pits after setting the fastest qualifying time. Now, let's get on with the action. Coming up, the third and final heat of the Apple Cup, the race that decides who will win the Apple Cup.
And Thriftway 2, and Thriftway. And US. And Miss Spokane. Man, they were close. And Bardall looks like he's been drowned out. He's way back in the field. He got caught up in some water. And now we're going into the east turn for the first time around the course. A tremendous start. All of those boats up on the line, in the money, all the way. And it looks like Thriftway is out in front, but Maverick is hard on the inside. Thriftway 2 is out in front, and Miss Thriftway is third. And there's Maverick on the inside. And Burien is fourth. We'll check the rest of the field for you. Thriftway 2 on the outside, Maverick on the inside.
Maverick's out.
And Maverick looks like she's dropping down a little bit. Here comes Miss Thriftway hard on the inside corner. And Bardall starts to move up in contention. Halfway up the backstretch, your lead boat is Thriftway 2, and followed by Miss Thriftway. It's a 2-boat race for the Thriftway camp. And in third place, we have Freddie Alter moving up now, taking over from Maverick. As we move into the west turn for the first time around the course, Thriftway 2, followed by Miss Thriftway, followed by Miss US 1, followed by Maverick, followed by Burien, who moves on the inside corner and is going past Maverick. And following that is Miss Spokane. We're moving through the west turn for the first time. Brian Weigel moving past the exit buoy of the west turn, staying tight to the inside corner. Coming down to the 1,000-foot mark, your lead boat is Thriftway 2. This is the first of 10 times around the course. End of lap 1. Swiftway 2 is out in front. Miss Swiftway is second, 4 seconds behind. In third place is Miss US1, driven by Freddie Alder. 109 miles an hour, first time around. Your lead boat going into the east turn. It's Swiftway 2. It's Spokane and followed by Maverick. Maverick is last and having trouble. As we go into the east turn, here you see a spread of the boats. You see 4 of them on the screen, and the other 2 are coming down the chute in a hurry. Swiftway 2 is in first place and seems to have a little trouble accelerating, coming out of the exit buoy of the eastern turn, and Miss Swiftway is coming up hard on her now, trying to get up. We're in the lap number 2 of 10 laps. In third place through the east turn is Freddie Alder and Miss US1. In the fourth place is Bardall. Looks like Swiftway 2 is down and out of it. Miss Swiftway is out in front, and Swiftway 2 is dropped back into second. Miss Swiftway is leading, and Swiftway 2 is in second place, 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. And in third place is Freddie Alder. This is 10 times around. In fourth place is Bardall. Norm Evans, after getting off to a bad start on the inside, followed by Burien, followed by Miss Spokane. Moving into the top part of the west turn, second time around the course. Miss Swiftway out in front, followed by Swiftway 2. Followed by Miss US1, followed by Bardall, who's coming up hard on Miss US1, followed by Burien, followed by Miss Spokane, and Maverick is last. Here's your first, second, and third place boats, and fourth place boats moving in, and fifth, and the sixth place boat, and the seventh place boat is Maverick. End of lap number 2. Miss Swiftway is out in front. And here comes Miss US1 now, taking over in second place from an ailing Swiftway 2. At the end of lap number 2, Miss US1 is second, 101 miles an hour, second time around. And there goes Bardall into third place as Miss Swiftway 2 is out of it, evidently, dropping down. Spokane next over the line. And Maverick is last out of the west turn. Now we go to the east turn, and Miss Swiftway is out in front. Here's the rundown for you as you watch him go through that turn area out there. The lead boat is Miss Swiftway. This is the third time around the course. Maverick, the defending champion, just rounding out of the west turn now, as 3/4 of the way up the back, halfway up the back stretch. The Miss Swiftway is right on in front, and Miss US1 is running in second place, and Bardall is coming up hard on her. Here's your battle for second and third. US1 is in second place, and the third place boat is Bardall, and Burien is in fourth. And the rest of the field pretty well strung out as Swiftway 2 drops further and further back. We're now approaching the entrance buoy of the west turn for the third time around the course. Miss Swiftway moving well out in front. And it looks like one of the boats is in trouble over in the that's Swiftway 2 going dead in the exit buoy of the east turn. Coming out of the west turn now, we have Miss Swiftway. Swiftway coming down now past the exit buoy of the west turn. Coming down to the 1,000-foot mark. Closely chased by Freddie Alder in Miss US1. Chased by Bardall in third place. And in fourth place, Burien. End of lap number 3. Here's your second, third, and fourth place boat. Miss US1 is coming across the line now, 104 miles an hour for the lead boat, Miss Swiftway. Burien is coming across now in fourth place. She was preceded by Miss Bardall. And we move to the east turn on the fourth time around the course. Miss Spokane just went by us. Your lead boat moving out of the east turn. And the Maverick in last place, the defending champion, still limping around on the west end of the course. Halfway up the backstretch. Swiftway 2 is out of it at the exit buoy of the east turn. Swiftway leading in first place. U.S. is in second by 14 points, by 14 seconds. Bardall in third place, 18 seconds behind the leader. And here's your screen as Swiftway 2 is asking for help. The wave of the helmet indicates, let's get some help to us. Looks like she's sinking. US1 running in second place, and Bardall's coming up hard on her up that backstretch. Here's your race for first and second. The first place boat at the top of the turn is the Miss Swiftway. And coming up into the first turn on the third time around is the Miss US1, followed by Bardol, who's creeping up gradually on Freddie Alder in US1. Looks like Muncie coming down. Over the line goes Miss Thriftway. At the end of her fourth lap in first place, Miss Thriftway. And looks like Freddie Alder's having trouble. Here's your race for second and third. Bardol's coming on now to take over in second place. Bardol, driven by Norm Evans, having a race with Freddie Evans. And Freddie Alder has to give ground to him. So in second place, Norm Evans.
According to the records, we find the middle laps of the race, finding Thriftway, driven by Bill Muncie, hanging on to a rather precious lead. In the fifth lap, however, Norm Evans opens up the new Miss Bardol, speeding around the course at 104.8 miles an hour. That was a good 4 miles an hour faster than the present leader at the end of 5 laps, the Miss Thriftway, driven by Bill Muncie. And as we resume action, Bardol is trying to close that gap.
We're in the 8th lap. Bardol is 15 seconds behind the leader. She's lost 4 seconds again. And Miss US is 20 seconds behind the leader. So there's 5-second difference between the second and third place boats. And Freddie Alder is up in there driving a real heady race. We're moving in the 8th lap. Maverick is in last place. Here's your first, second, and third place boats going through the turn. And Muncie is dead in the water. Off the exit buoy of the 7th and a half laps, Bill Muncie is now dead in the water off the east turn. And Bardol has moved out along with Miss US1, and they are practically dead even coming up the backstretch as they go by. An inanimate Miss Thriftway. Here we go. Here's a boat race for you. All of a sudden, and this is the 8th lap, we have Bardol and Miss US1 as Freddie Alder comes on real hard and then drops back a little bit. And it's Bardol who is leading in this race, taking over in this 8th lap. A two-boat race out here with less than 2 seconds between the two boats. Bardol out in front, followed by Miss US1. Bardol running in 4th, 4-3-2-2-2-2 is now taken over in first place as Muncie has gone dead in the water off the east turn, exit buoy, after leading for 6 solid laps. All right. Freddie Alder now makes his move, coming up on Norm Evans and Miss Bardol. The two of them separated by less than 2 seconds. Out in front. In this, the 8th lap, your lead boat is Norm Evans. And on the inside corner is Freddie Alder and Miss US1.
One of these guys is going to blow.
Freddie Alder. And Norm Evans coming down now at the end of lap number 8 in first place. In second place, Miss US1 by about 1 second. Oh, the mortality rate on it has been terrific. And now Spokane has moved up. And Maverick is still last. So we have a total of 4 boats left on the course. As Spokane has moved up in the 3rd place. In first place as we go into that east turn. Here's your 3rd place boat, Miss Spokane, coming in as we go to the east turn on the 9th time around the course. Norm Evans out in front, and he is closely pursued by US1. It's a 2-boat race as we go into the 9th lap with 1 more coming. Brother. Well, Jack, you may as well stay on the mic. It was hot. What were you going to say, boy? We might take you back to the prediction made by Mr. Regis at the beginning of the day. He said, I like Miss US1. Well, let's see whether Norm Evans likes having him right on his tail. Norm Evans now 3/4 of the way up the backstretch. Driving a great race out here before his hometown crowd. Norm Evans and Bardol, a brand new boat, and Freddie Alder chasing after him real hard, less than a second behind. And we have 4 boats left in the race, out of a total of 7 that started. Thriftway 2, Miss Thriftway, and Burien are out of it. And the Spokane is beginning to labor a little bit. Bardol is out in front at the top of the west turn, coming down now for his 10th and final lap. This is his 9th lap, closely pursued by Freddie Alder and Miss US1. Norm Evans coming down to the 1,000-foot mark. Maverick just went by him. 500 feet away from the finish of lap number 9. Over the line, beginning of lap number 10 for Bardol, driven by Norm Evans. And Miss US1 has brought back. She is now 6 seconds behind the leader in the 10th and final lap, and evidently he's having a little engine trouble. And 106 miles an hour for that 9th time around the course by Bardol. Here's a lapping for you in the east turn on Maverick. And the Miss Spokane has moved into 3rd place. 4 are in there out of a total of 7 that started. Halfway through that east turn on the 10th and final time around, Freddie Alder in Miss US1 nipping away at Bardol. He'll have to really charge, though. He's seconds behind. Bardol now starting up the backstretch. Miss Spokane just went over the line at the end of her 9th lap in 3rd place. And Maverick is in last place. She's been lapped by everybody in the field. Bardol now starts to move real hard. And is starting to increase his lead. He's halfway up the backstretch of his 10th and final lap. Norm Evans driving for all of it here. Coming up real hard. Moving into the entrance area of the west turn for the 10th and final time. And Freddie Alder has dropped back. Here comes Norm Evans, the hometown kid, in a brand new boat. One that everybody liked out here. It had tremendous going power. Norm Evans halfway through the top part of the west turn. Coming down to the 4th buoy. Now moving in tight to the 5th buoy. Woo-wee! Real tight. Taking no chances. And we have the 2nd place boat, Miss US1. At the 1,000-foot mark. Your winner of the Apple Cup. 500 feet away. 200. And over the line. Winner, Norm Evans in Miss Bardol. Winner of the Apple Cup. And 2nd place will go to Freddie Alder driving in Miss US1. And 3rd place will go to Miss Spokane just now approaching the western area on her 10th and final time around. Here is your 2nd place boat, US1. All right, let's go down to the pits and Tom.
Okay, and boy, can you hear it? You never saw a happier bunch of people in your life. They're all getting thrown in already. I don't think there's a dry uniform in the outfit. But here comes Norm to his jubilant, happy crew, and believe me, they deserve every bit of it. The first time in competition with a brand new boat and then to win the Apple Cup, and I can tell you honestly, I've never seen so much jubilation. This rickety dock that we're out on is sinking, and we're wet up to our ankles. But believe me, everybody else is wet a lot more than that. No, they didn't wait for Norm to come in. Del Gould, crew chief, and everybody else went with a bomb. And they're swarming him, actually. We can't get anywhere near just at the moment. Boy, is this a happy group of people. I must admit that I'm pretty excited myself, though perhaps I shouldn't be, but this has been the most thrilling hydroplane race that I've ever witnessed from start to finish. And there goes Norman and the last 2 boys into the water. Into the water he goes.
Here was a real Cinderella boat. The new Miss Bardol, launched on Monday, qualified on Thursday, christened on Saturday, on Sunday, winner of the Apple Cup. She won it because she was fit and ready. She never faltered during the day's entire racing activity. And here's the order in which they finished behind Miss Bardol. The winner was Miss Bardol, driven by Norm Evans, with a winning time of 101.618 miles per hour. In 2nd place, Miss US1 from Detroit. 3rd place went to Miss Spokane. 4th place to Maverick. 5th place, Miss Thriftway. 6th place, Miss Burien. And 7th and last, Thriftway 2. One of the happiest men in racing, owner Ole Bardol, accepting the Apple Cup in company with Miss Washington and his winning driver, Norm Evans. And speaking of Norm, man, here is one happy boy. Norm Evans, a nervy driver from Chelan who showed his hometown folks and the rest of the racing world that he really knows his apples in big league boat racing. And, of course, the same goes for the Bardol crew. These are the boys who kept that 2,000 horsepower Allison engine going. Crew chief Del Gould, head mechanic Rudy Apple, a whole wonderful bunch. A good, solid victory for Bardol Oil. Yes, sir. Bardol did it again. Here she is, winner of the first big race of the year, Miss Bardol, who says, on to the Gold Cup and big-time boat racing, 1958.
With racing highlights reported by Hydroplane Racing Authority Bill O'Mara, this has been won by Miss Bardol.